It is time for a bit of a conversation, lads. Grab a beverage, grab a snack. We're gonna have a talk here. StarCraft patch notes 5.0.14 hit the PTR earlier this week. Just now getting to take a look at it because, you know, pesky life and work always getting in the way of fun here. Balance Council has cooked up some changes. They stuck things in the oven apparently for around 7 months, they say, since the last patch. I think that does track. I think it was March. We had plenty of some welcome, some not so welcome changes. We are happy to present the next major balance update featuring changes for 14 units, 10 buildings, as well as 2 new abilities. Bolded 2 new abilities. So that means changes for all the units, all those buildings, but there's 2 new abilities apparently to play with. We feel that the previous patch... Can we turn the music down a little bit, Timmy? Thank you. I'm trying to read here. We feel that the previous patch has mostly achieved its goals, fixing community pain points around Widow Mines and Cyclones. Okay, thank you. And slightly helping Protoss players in early and mid-game against Terrans. Okay. Would you agree with those goals? I'll let you decide. However, the current patch has a couple of more ambitious goals outlined below. I'm gonna read before I start slinging opinions around here. The first goal is to nerf defensive and camping playstyles for all races, related to early and late game on the higher levels of play. Target specific units, buildings, abilities suited for camping and Ghost to promote more active gameplay across all stages of Ghosts, the game. Okay, a very nice goal, I will agree. That's an awesome goal, sure, nerfing defensive camping playstyles, because, you know, at the high level, when we get into that Ghost planetary style, it does suck a little bit of the enjoyment to the entertainment. I'm coming at this from the spectator level, because I, of course, am not a pro player, would never, ever, ever even pretend to think I could be, but I'm thinking about viewership here. Camping playstyles, not really that enjoyable, that entertaining to watch, and at the lower level, you know, where most of us probably are playing, it's not entirely that fun to see, you know, the Terrans sitting behind their wall of 8 planetaries, still somehow having their orbital map hacks, and I go, great, I'm gonna need to sacrifice like 8 Vipers to even pretend to have a chance here. Okay, a good goal. Let's see what changes they're doing in pursuit of that. The second goal, continue reshaping Protoss tools for high-level gameplay. I'm sorry, wait. We're calling it reshaping. Guys, the company's going through a reshaping. No, your jobs are fine, promise. We believe there is still a major gap between how Protoss plays and feels on the highest level and the levels below. Yeah, they do kind of rule the ladder for at least, you know, a decent section, and not the tournaments. The current set of changes aims to make Protoss slightly more efficient with the strongest, smartest execution while helping Terran and Zerg against Protoss on the lower levels. Okay. Well, that would explain why the couple of Protoss comments I saw in my Discord were not too happy, I suppose. The third goal would be to provide strong playstyle alternatives for various matchups. Example, Zergs might now be better equipped to use ground-based armies against mass air strategies. Do I finally get my Roach siege mode, where I can put the Roach on its back and it can spit straight up at air units? I've requested that for quite some time. I would like the same for Marauders and Immortals, truth be told. Because I'm a man of fairness, of course, as you're well aware. I'm a man of playing random and balance for all. Can I get a little bit more of me here? There we go. I'm moving my hands around. You guys can barely even see it. Lastly, we would... Oh, I skipped a little bit there. And some of the Terran mech units are now more efficient in harassment or certain straight-up fights scenarios. Reads a little funny, but I didn't know Terran needed more harassment tools. Guess that's news to me. Lastly, we would like to continue adding overall gameplay and quality of life improvements across all levels of play. Thank you, of course, fixing whatever type of visual issue or bug is going on. Great. Okay. So we know the goals. Nerf defensive camping playstyles. No more turtle, bruh. Okay. Continue reshaping Protoss tools. I love that terminology. I gotta keep that one in my mind. Let's see which tools got reshaped. Yeah. The third goal provides strong playstyle alternatives. So they're trying to come up with, I guess, different types of compositions. They say ground-based Zerg against mass air. So maybe instead of Corruptors and Prey, we can use Infestors, maybe? That's my initial guess. They start off with Protoss changes here. So we're moving to the reshaping of the Protoss tools. Nexus change. Shield battery overcharge removed. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, the tools, it's being reshaped. The shield battery overcharge is no longer going to be a part of the team, but it's okay because they're moving on to better, bigger things in life. Okay, it's actually going to be for their benefit. Did we give the shield battery overcharge any severance pay? No, I'm sorry. So new ability has been added instead. Energy overcharge. Costs 50 energy and recharges 100 energy of the targeted allied unit or structure with a maximum range of 8. So, cool. I like the idea. Energy over, so 50 energy, I can instantly recharge 100, so like instant storm for Templar. That sounds fun. That sounds great. I'm not too sure about having it like for offensive use, like we're trying to reduce the defensive strength here. Technically you did do that, I guess, without shield battery overcharge, but that feels kind of like just a straight up nerf. Also, the one thing, because you guys know, I've already looked at these a little bit, and I have the unit. Oh god, you can't see. Freaking hell. There we go. Alright, so unit tester here. Thank you, Rusty, by the way, for the unit tester. PTR has been updated a little bit here. Nexus. Oh, you guys still can't see. Okay then. Well, let me just get rid of myself here. There, I'll come sit up here maybe for a little bit. Move myself around as needed. So, look, Nexus. Energy, oh my gosh, it's a disaster. Really. Can I sit over here? Nobody cares about the mini-map, right? I don't think we care about the mini-map right now. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll just come sit over here. So, energy recharge. Instantly recharges 100 energy to a unit near a nexus. They conveniently left out the cooldown on the patch notes. 60. You get 1 per minute. Sure hope that Zerg doesn't hit you for more than 1 storm in a minute. Okay, but look, so battery, using energy. Okay. Very slowly, of course. It's getting there. 70 energy, you see. Okay, instead of battery overcharge, it's still the hotkey is B, but that could certainly be changed. Haha, good pun there. Oh no, my battery's out of energy. The Liberators are going to kill the mothership in 5 to 10 business days when their air attack actually catches up. Quick. Great. Now it'll be fine.
Need something liberated?
Now, the first thought I had was, oh, that's kind of neat. Is it like orbitals where we can have multiple nexuses, nexus, gathering energy and able to do this? No, they share a cooldown. Ouch. Ouch. I like the idea. It's the execution. I'm worried because I don't think that's a good trade. Well, at least I don't think it's an equal trade. I think battery overcharge, while frustrating to play against, yes, did have its weaknesses because, you know, Ravagers exist. Just snipe the battery, call it good. It bought Protoss a little bit of time. The energy recharge, maybe you guys could prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong one day, okay? I would like to be proven wrong. They had little GIF images here, recharging the energy on a sentry so it can keep force fielding the ramp. Not too bad. Where'd my music go? What the... God, it's such a disaster today. Are we good now? We're good now, okay. Shield battery. To make up for this travesty, shield and hit points increased 150, 150 to 200, 200. Slightly more durable pool weak noodle of a battery now. Can no longer overcharge, but it takes longer to kill. Great. Colossus, shield and HP changed from 150, 200 to 100, 250. So we took 50 shields and gave it to health. I should rephrase that for everyone. So, Colossus, slightly less shields, slightly more health. Great against ghosts. That's a quality change, I'll say. Slightly more durable. It's a little sad because I can't repair the Colossi, sure, but take what I can get. It's fine. It'll be more helpful against EMP, like they say here. More rewarding for armor upgrade investments. Cool. More Colossus. I'm okay with that. I like Colossi. I like Immortals. I want to see more Robo units. Tempest. Supply cost decreased from 5 to 4. Damage point decreased. That's the time that it takes to actually shoot once it like finds its target. Decreased, so it will do that faster now. Essentially, when you tell it to shoot something, it will start shooting it faster. Attack range versus air decreased from 14 to 13. Okay. I think that's fine. That's fair. Tempests are a very important late-game tool for Protoss players, but their high supply cost, combined with an average damage... Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Makes the ultimate Protoss army weaker in the head-to-head fight. It's true. Tempests, they're not... I wouldn't call them good in a straight engagement, you know, out in the middle of the battlefield firefight, but they're great at picking things off. So, you know, kind of weakening, you know, Oracle Revelation. They pick off key target units. They get that Viper before the Abduct actually goes out, kind of thing. This set of changes will help high-level Protoss players to fit a bit more power in their maxed armies, as have more opportunities for micro, while slightly decreasing attack range to not strengthen mass Tempest army. I'm okay with that. I like the supply cost change, sure. It's fine overall. It's not massive. The Immortal mineral cost decreased from 275 to 250. Win more Immortals, please. Immortals. Weapon cooldown increased. From 1.04 to 1.14. So it's cheaper, but it fires slightly slower. Now, that's not reducing its damage, it's just reducing its attack speed, essentially. Weapon cooldown. So, less damage in a long fight, long engagement, but if you get enough Immortals, it ain't gonna matter. You hit something with 10 Immortals, it doesn't matter if they take an extra 1/10 of a second to hit it, it's gonna die. Damage output from Immortals seem to be too high. PvZ match up across all levels of play. Yeah. While Immortals' mineral cost is decreased to compensate, set of changes should help Zerg survive against various Protoss mid-game, late-game attacks. Okay. I suppose this is a fair change. Yes, I love the Immortal. I hate to see any nerf, any damage done to it, but it's fine. At least it's cheaper. It is a little bit cheaper. Disruptor. Uh-oh. Purification Nova radius increased. Uh-oh. Nova damage decreased, though. Calm down, Terrans. Take it easy. 145 plus 55 to 100 plus 100. So, it's now dealing essentially the same in PvP, but less everywhere else. 145. Do we have any thresholds in there that would prevent it? I think it would no longer hit Marauders. Oh, they say it here. No longer one-shot units like Marauders, Roaches, and Ravagers, while being more efficient against units like Marines, Ghosts, Banelings, and Hydras. Because Protoss needed more help with their splash damage versus Marines and Hydras. Okay, so... like, that's great, I suppose. Larger radius means it's more likely that I'm going to hit myself in the face because disruptors work that way, but the damage is decreased, so when I inevitably do hit myself in the face, it's only going to leave a bruise instead of a scar. Thank you. That'll really help me out. Mothership. Good. Alright, mineral, gas, supply cost increased. Mama got thick. Shield and HP increased from 250 to 350. Mama bulking up. Maximum damage increased. Oh, from 6 damage times 6 beams to 6 times 4 beams times 4 maximum number of targets. Oh god, math. Okay. In other words, Mothership now targets up to 4 units at the same time. I'd rather not do the math. Can I just get a visual, please? While we're happy with the previous set of changes which brought Mothership back to Protoss versus Terran late game, improved its efficiency, we also appreciate community, blah 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 blah. Set of changes brings full Mothership power back to widely. It's widely known 400 cost. The thumbnails are back, boys. While also adding a unique ability to target up to 4 units at the same time. The graphic for that is cool. The single target DPS is now reduced, yes, but the overall damage output will be higher, so that's a great way to word it. If you're only hitting one target, it's a nerf. It is weaker. But in most scenarios, this is going to be helpful. Where are my Hydras at? Are we good? We're back. Okay. Mothership. We were trying to look at the attack here. So, that sounds really cool. Where are my Hydras at? 5 Hydras. Come over here. Get you up here where nothing can hurt. Alright. Mothership. Show me. Show me this magical attack. Oh. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Like, yes, the Mothership still took a ton of damage. It's not that great by itself. But the graphic, okay. Perfection. Is that really going to change the efficacy of the Mothership? I mean, probably not. It's probably not going to be a massive change, but it's certainly fun. Heaven forbid we get a little fun change here. I'm okay with that. Oh, that's it. Protoss. Okay, so... review our goals. Remember, again, we're trying to reduce camping and reshape the Protoss lifestyle here. Disruptors are slightly weaker for all intents and purposes. They can hit more units now, I guess, with the radius, so the worst case scenario can still take out more. Tempest, slightly better. Colossus, changed. Shield battery, oh my gosh, the poor shield battery. Like, I can't even talk about it. And Mama got bulked up again. We're back to 400. Shield HP up and a really fun attack. Alright, Terrans. Wake up, Terrans. It's time to get mad. Bunker, missile turret, sensor tower, salvage ability added. You can now salvage your missile turrets and your sensor towers. Salvage process is now cancelled upon taking damage. Ooh. RIP. This change will allow Terrans to be more efficient while moving from one defensive point to another, while at the same time increasing investment in early game attacks. Featuring bunkers as salvage is easier to counter. I like it. Okay. Missile turret, sensor tower, salvage. That's weird. That feels really weird. Like, who's out here making sensor towers and then saying, you know what, actually, never mind. I want that 10 clicks to the left. I think I'll salvage. Okay. Planetary armor decreased from 3 to 2. Fine. Sensor tower. Mineral and gas cost decreased. Ha! You thought you were getting more money back? Get out of here, Terrence. We're cheapening your sensor tower. Radar range decreased from 2722 to 34% area reduction. Oh no. So, might need more sensor towers to actually cover the whole side of the map. The combination of planetaries and sensor towers is a very powerful camping tool. That is true. Make planetaries slightly weaker against basic army units. Yeah, like Zerglings, Marines, and Zealots. Sensor towers less efficient. So now you'll need one more sensor tower probably to cover the whole map. Might now be useful in earlier stages considering the reduced cost and salvageability. I do like it. I like sensor towers, sure. It's kind of neat. Salvage, weird. Orbital Command extra supplies call down now also increases the HP of the depot, immediately repairing it. Wait, I thought we were trying to weaken. Can't wait. Go back. Go back. Remember that sentence? Yeah? Okay. Now make it make sense. Extra supplies are rarely utilized in higher level of play, and are mostly considered to be an emergency tool. Exchange brings additional value to the ability, allowing it to become a niche defensive tool. Really? Really? Like, seriously? Oh no, my depots. Whatever will I do? All better. Okay. And they're also stronger now for any future attack. Because, as I'm sure you guys know, the normal depot... Oh, it did reset it. Alright. They've got 400 by base default. Oh no, my depots. Even when it's burning. Even when it's burning, it's fine. Good grief. Why am I getting general chat? Good gosh. Ugh. Alright. Back to this. Hellion. Blue Flame upgrade bonus damage versus light. Oh, this is what they were talking about. Mech harassment tools. We're bringing Hellion's Blue Flame back. As Blue Flame is rarely utilized as a harassment tool, this change is added to allow Hellions with Blue Flame to two-shot workers of all races. I have something to say. This might also help underused mech playstyles in all matchups, and promote, generally, more active early and mid-game from the Terran players. Okay. So, I have something to say here. I have a point that I want to bring up to you guys. Give me just a minute here. I'm making stuff behind this. I'll let you guys watch. Whoa, that got rid of me. You guys can watch. I'm making stuff back here. So, where was I? I just made drones for blue. Alright, so I need probes, SCVs, drones, and a few Hellions. Get two. And we'll give him blue flame, of course, because that's what we're talking about over here. Alright. Give me the probes, give me the drones, give me the SCVs, the Hellions.
I'm going in.
Okay. You guys just sit there. Drones, probes, SCVs. Behold, the Adept. Okay. 22 damage versus light. Blue Flame Hellion. 23 damage versus light. You might be thinking, oh, that's just 1 point of damage. Indigos. Yes. But those of you who know your numbers know that this is huge. I have the workers of all three factions here. Okay. Spread them out a little bit, sure, just to be fair. The Adept, a worker harassment tool for the glorious Protoss.
Yes, Executor.
Come here, we just need one. We'll just use one Adept. Okay. 1, 2, 3 for an SCV. 1, 2 for a drone. 1, 2 for a probe. I repeat to you again. Probe. 1, 2. Drone. 1, 2. SCV. 1, 2, 3. Everybody catch the difference there? Okay, good, good. Hellion. Now, with blue flame. Probe. 1, 2. Drone. 1, 2. Sorry, drone. SCV. 1, 2. Wait, what? Hold the phone here. Wait, what was that? One more time, Indigos? Probe. 1, 2. Drone. 1, 2. SCV. 1, 2. My statement. The one thing I'm gonna say here. Terrans, why is it okay when you do it? The Adept used to be able to do that. Used to be able to two-shot all of them. But it's okay when Terrans do it, huh? Alright. That's fine. That's my point. That's all. Moving on. Tirade tangent made here. Liberator. Advanced ballistics effect change from providing +2 range to increasing the radius in defender mode from 5 to 625, a 56% area increase. Smart servos upgrade is now also affecting liberators, so smart servos make them speedy in their switching. I don't think we care about the numbers. Despite the previous advanced ballistics nerf, Liberator's maximum attack range is still an important limitation for the map-making process, okay, as well as a frustrating mechanic to play against. Laughs in Vipers. This set of changes is aimed to test a different approach for the unit, decreasing its range, but also allowing it to cover more area. Okay. But I'm a visual man, guys. Alright, what does this look like? What does that actually look like? So,
how can we help?
Let me see here.
Perfect.
Liberators.
Course set. Got freedom. Standing by.
Did I give one of them ballistics? I did
sir.
not. Red. Alright, Terran. Upgrades. Ballistics for blue. Alright.
We have you on screen.
Red. Oh,
Initiating.
hang on. I did everything I needed to. Boy, I'm really bad about that. Alright. Red.
Incoming orders.
Normal defender mode. Okay, no ballistics upgrade. Totally fine. Blue.
Attention.
The targeter appears to be the same. However, blue has ballistics. Wow. That's huge. Okay. So I don't think I like it, honestly. We're trying to nerf defensive and camping styles, right? Like, that's the goal. Okay. So, yes, the Liberator is more vulnerable. That was completed, sure. However, also, if I get advanced ballistics, and I say, I want you to just harass the worker line. Okay, I'm just using it for harassment. Good luck hitting that. I'm sorry, do we have an air unit that can hit that from over here? Feasibly? I mean, yeah, a Thor could. Who's gonna... What are you, dropping a Thor in your medevac over here? Come on.
Of course.
Alright. I have very mixed feelings. Very mixed feelings about that one. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it very much. Alright. Thor. Oh, speaking of Thors, explosive payload damage. That's the splash mode. That's the muta mode, I call it. The default, they come out of the factory. That mode that you're not supposed to use if there's anything other than mutas. Damage is increased from 6 + 6 to 8 + 4. So no change versus said mutas. Still very anti-muta. However, it's a little bit better against everything else. Okay. Explosive payload splash radius increased. Whoa, those are some numbers. 0.5 with 100 to 0.5 with 100. 0.75 with 75. Okay, so they're making it hit a larger area. More of enemy friends will get hit, but for not as much damage. Previously, it was all or none. You had the 0.5 radius, and you got smoked. Outside of that, you're totally safe. Now, it'll actually hit things outside of that, up to 1.25 for half damage. Explosive payload attack range is decreased from 10 to 7. Oof. Thor's explosive payload, Thor's anti-muta mode, while being default for the unit, is rarely used outside of fighting mutalisks. Overall, much weaker. Yes, it is. This experimental set of changes aimed at test a very different approach for the payload, allowing the Thor to deal much more damage. Much more damage. How many attacks does it have? It's 4, right? I want to say it's 4. I don't even have a Thor here. Can you make me a Thor? Good gosh, no. Alright, fine. We'll do this the other way. Give me a Thor. Alright. It's 4, right? Yeah, it's 4. Okay, I'm not crazy. So the missile launchers, yeah, instead of 6, each missile, each one's doing 8 now. So that is pretty big. That's pretty helpful. If I want to fight the Liberator, of course.
Of course. I hear you. Need something liberating?
Now the range, though.
Easy.
Yeah, they can, so the Thor can't outrange it anymore. If I put it in cannon mode, though, it still can, right? Yeah, it still can. Alright. So the Punisher cannons, they're dealing 25 for non-massives. Liberator, I'm sure to her own disappointment, is not massive. The Punisher cannon still much better. It's still much better, I think, up against the massive targets, such as, you know, motherships, battle cruisers, your mother and her ship. That's fine. Okay, Punisher cannon's still the way to go. It's also still got the longer range at 11. That fact alone makes me consider it's going to be helpful. It might still be better for cannon mode, but this is a good start. This is a good change and really helpful. They said they were trying to make things better for like players of all levels, so if you're somebody that just makes Thors and you don't bother to put them in cannon mode, yeah, technically this is stronger, so go you, right? And also, the most important piece, how could I just gloss over it? More Thors. Okay, everybody loves Thors. Who doesn't want to see more Thors? I want to make more Thors Day jokes, guys. You guys know I release my viewer games usually on Thursdays, so make more Thors. I can make more Thors Day jokes. Thank you very much. Totally fine. This feels like the same kind of change as the Mothership, though, where it's like, that's a fun change. Okay, somebody's trying to have fun here. This isn't about balance. We just want to see more Motherships and more Thors. Zerg changes. I need a drink. And judging by that first change, I should have gotten a stronger drink than water. Queen. Mineral cost increased from 150 to 175. How dare you? How dare you? Who do you think you are? Balance Council? I mean, come on. Clearly, this council does not include any queens. Therefore, how is it fair? Are queens really being represented well enough on the council? I think we might have to launch an investigation. Increased 25 minerals. Yeah, they're good. I know. Hatchery mineral cost decreased from 300 to 275. That's going to throw off so many Zerg timings. Not in the sense of, oh my gosh, my timing is now much quicker. No, it's when do I send my drone down? That's gonna throw me off so much that the hatchery is now just slightly cheaper. Spine crawler build time decreased from 36 to 32. Cool. Damage increased from 25 to 30. Cool. It's gonna two-shot Marines with combat shields. Stronger against zealots, I guess. Spore crawler damage increased from 15 to 20. HP decreased from 400 to 300. Aw, bye Spore. Holy paragraph. Zerg playstyles against Planetaries Protoss mainly focused on defensive gameplay featuring mass queens. Duh. What else are we supposed to use? The efficiency of such defensive styles with strong execution means Planetaries Protoss might also play passive, which doesn't lead to active early game. This set of changes, while not majorly influencing Zerg openings with a limited number of queens, is aimed to make mass queens less affordable. Spine and Spore changes compensate for smaller defensive impact from queens. At the same time, Spore decreased to make sure Spore is not utilized for... Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, that makes more sense. So, the Spores, it's to fight things like Sky Toss, okay. Because Spores were necessary, you had to Spore like half your base to make a trap, basically. Zerg. You. Queens now more expensive. We need to think about this, though. What the underlying premise? Like, we're saying the Zerg playstyle is mainly focused on defensive gameplay with queens. Okay, why? That's the question. Why is it so focused on queens? Are queens that good? Are queens just the boss ballers that they are, and they need to be cut down? They need to be taken off that high pedestal. I'm gonna go with not really. What if I were to say the issue is there's no better alternative? There's not really anything else that Zerg gets early on, especially, and we're talking anti-air. I mean, you want me to, what, battle up against the carrier rush with Spores? The quick 2 carrier rush that Protoss does. You want me to fight that with Spores and harsh language? Come on. No. there's nothing really good that Zerg has for anti-air until really corruptors. Mutas, okay, kind of niche. They're pretty good against things like Void Rays, maybe carriers, but you need numbers. That's a problem too. Besides the point though. I'm keen to see how this plays out. I want to know how this feels in a normal match setting. I want to play a few games as Zerg to just get a feeling for this, because I'm worried about things like the 2-1-1 being even stronger, because we'll have, 1 to 2 less queens at the point in time that they hit. Maybe. I'll let somebody else crunch the numbers. I'm here for strong and very biased and unfounded opinions, and I know that's why you guys love it. Hydralisk. Move speed on creep with muscular augments decreased. Okay, so creep movement speed specifically. 5%, barely. New ability added, Dash. Dash is researched in the Hydra Den, requires Hive. The upgrade costs 100 minerals and 100 gas, takes 64 seconds. An active, non-targeted ability with a 10-second cooldown. Upon its use, Hydra receives 60% move speed for 0.71 seconds. Okay. So it's like Stim for just movement speed. The idea of this ability is to add more micromanagement potential for the key Zerg unit. Against mass area of effect damage spells like Storms and Novas. True. Helpful. Get out of Storm a little bit quicker. Combined with other changes like Microbial Shroud, spoiler alert. Ability might unlock alternative ground-based Zerg playstyles. Okay. Where's the... Oh, here we go. Microbial. I want to read about this, too. Move speed on creep with muscular augments is slightly reduced to make sure Tyranid Protoss harassment tools are not nerfed with this ability being added. I don't know. You tell me. Like, you reduced it 5%, but you gave me the ability to boost it by 60 really quickly? I don't know. Let's see about that. Infester. Microbial Shroud is now sticking to units, providing them with its effect for 3.6 seconds off the Shroud. That is fantastic. That is an awesome change. And I think it should be applied to some other types of things too, like, what's a good alternative? Somebody else. Protoss. Guardian Shield. Guardian Shield, it works a little similarly, reducing the damage. Make that stick for a few seconds too, that'd be nice. Where are my... I didn't make any infestors, okay. We'll look at this after. Is there much more? Oh god, there is a little bit more. Alright. We'll look at that in a minute. We'll finish up with this. Ultralisk. While moving, the Ultra is now able to push allied units. Get out the way, non-Ultralisks. We feel that the previous Ultra size, attack, and cost change were helpful. I would agree. This additional change should help Zerg players across all levels to better utilize Ultra strengths. You look at this image. These two Ultralisks, they're in the back, and then they just kind of move the roaches to the sides and also closer to the Terran. Now the Ultras can get up the ramp and die that much quicker. Nice. Excellent. Broodlord. Broodling HP increased from 20 to 30. Broodling weapon cooldown decreased. Wait, the Broodling weapon. So the little claws. Fixed the bug which prevented the Broodlord from dealing full damage while shooting from the maximum distance. Okay. It didn't increase the strength of the Broodlord, just the Broodling. Keynote there. Daddy's not feeling better, but the sun that he flings across the map, slightly better off now, slightly stronger. Alright. I need a visual for some of these things. Show me. I already got Hydras over here. I need Infestors. And Ultras, of course. Infestor. I don't need to research. Microbial Shroud. Thank you very much. Alright, good. Okay. Alright. There's an SCV here. Get out. It's Zerg party time. Also, Microbial Shroud, in case you guys don't remember, it reduces the damage taken from air units by 50% for 11 seconds. Now that's for standing in the Shroud area, of course. If the unit previously were to leave the Shroud area, it would immediately lose all benefits. So, now, at this point I'm guessing, put this down, it's got the Shroud, it sticks, and then goes away. That's good. That's a really good change, because, you know, as we all know, Microbial Shroud, it also makes it last slightly longer too. Oh, that's a thing I didn't think about, actually. So now, technically, it's going to last, what, like 14 seconds? Because it sticks to each of the units? Ah, fancy. Nice little underhanded buff there to the duration. But that's pretty solid. I like that. I really do like that. Now the Ultra, of course. He's like, get out the way. I don't know, was he able to do that before? Maybe. But now, if there's a few Hydras that are actually attacking something, and the Ultra wants to get through, yeah, get out the way, Hydras. I want to look. What are you guys looking at? Oh no, we ran out of the Shroud, but it's still fine. Minus 400. 400. Okay, that's not too bad. The Brood Lord change, I think, kind of irrelevant. It was the Broodling, right? Whoa, my bad. Brood Lord. Don't know why it's in the middle. Oh yeah, it's definitely not him. Oh yeah, 30 life and 0.46. Is that correct? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so it's just the Broodling. They just made Broodlings slightly stronger, slightly more health. Okay. Sorry, Ultra. I know. Very rude of me. Overall, then, well, we'll do the review afterwards. General changes. Orbital command scanner sweep now uses team color. Thank you. As a caster, as a viewer, I like that. Sensor tower radar now uses team color. That's going to be weird. Command center nexus hatchery now auto rally to mineral fields. They didn't before? Am I crazy? I don't know. Workers waiting for refinery extractor or assimilator to finish do not count as idle. Great. SCV random delay between moving while building adjusted 357 to 714 to 464 to 607. So that is the amount of time that the SCV will sit in one spot while it's making a building before it moves somewhere else. So it's a longer minimum time, has to sit there for 4.64, but a lower maximum, so it's gonna move at 607. Same average, apparently. Now what does that mean for you? Absolutely nothing. Jack crap. Okay, when it moves, if you're the Terran, it's gonna be fine. It's still gonna be alive. If you're fighting the Terran, you'll never be able to hit it, I'm sure. Okay? Oh, actually, I should switch that around. If you're the Terran player, I'm sure it'll always go to where it's going to be attacked. There you go. Perfect. Added icon to command card for Infestor, Hellion, Hellbat, Liberator showing unupgraded passive upgrades. I thought I saw that. Show me. Show me the Infestor. Infestor. Yeah, that's right. Burrow move. Neural, Burrow, everything's already there. The passive upgrade, they're talking about the Burrow move. Liberator, smart servos, that kind of thing. So now you can look at it and you say, oh, I don't have that. Cool. Perfect. Alright, what else? Added icon. Oh, we did that. Siege tank immortal tracking from previous patch reverted due to unintentional retargeting. So that's when it's firing at something and you tell it to move, they will keep looking at their enemy, which is, it was good, I suppose. I don't know what, Fixed an issue where blinding cloud caused certain melee units' attacks to be more easily cancelled. Okay. Fixed an issue where blinding cloud could cause planetaries to not attack units at melee range in certain angles. Fair. Fixed an issue with issuing orders on certain types of rocks in fog. Changeling Zealot move animation speed and tweaked Hydra move speed to match its actual movement speed. Art change only. Okay. That's it. That's it, everyone. We have done it. We made it through the list. And I gave plenty of unfounded, very biased, strong opinions throughout, I'm sure. In review, though, let's go back. Let's do this right. Let's think about all these changes in terms of the goals. The first goal is to nerf defensive and camping playstyles. Do you believe that defensive and camping playstyles have been nerfed? We no longer have battery overcharge. Okay, defensive, cool, sure. Get out of here. Did accomplish that mission. Terrans can now repair their depots with the orbital command. That doesn't sound very conducive to that goal. Planetaries have slightly less armor, sure. Liberators can now cover a wider area. That doesn't sound too conducive to that goal. Ultralisks can now push their friendly units aside to get up that ramp and die a little bit quicker. Okay, fine. The second goal was to continue reshaping Protoss tools for high-level gameplay. Yeah, reshaping. The energy overcharge, like, I'm just kind of sad about it because it's such a cool premise. It's such a cool idea to let the Protoss player choose a unit to recharge. The one change I think I want for it, I want each Nexus to have its own cooldown. Just give Protoss a reason. Look, we've seen Terrans do stuff like this for years. Okay. We've seen Terrans do this for years. 4 orbitals all right next to each other because they're building energy. They get their own scans, their own mules. Great. Fine. Why can't we give Protoss a reason to do this? You can't tell me that that isn't fun. Look at that. The idea of that, the premise of that, I think that's interesting to me. I think it would add slightly intriguing ideas. That way, if I want to just bust out 3 Templar here real quick as a defensive tool, I have the energy. But we're trying to reduce defensive tools. I know, you already got it overcharge. Alright. Back to the page. Alright. The goals. Again. I keep going on tangents. Provide strong playstyle alternatives for various matchups. Would you say that there are strong playstyle alternatives? The Tempest, less supply. Colossi, slightly more health. I think for that question, we also kind of have to think about what are the common playstyles at this point. I mean, defensive styles, especially, things like Lurker, Viper, Ghost, Liberator, and Protoss believing they have strong defensive tools. There's no nerfs to the Lurker. There's no nerfs to the Ghost. Somehow they slipped through again. That's, I don't know, guys. I don't know. My overall feeling, my final thoughts, my final statements are a whole lot of I don't know about this. Like, some of these changes I think are neat. Some of them are cool on paper. You know, energy overcharge, I think it sounds great. Way to conveniently leave out the minute cooldown. And also shared cooldown. I want to give you all a task. I want to give you all a job. Homework. I want you to prove me wrong, okay? Because I really don't know. I'm not even sure that these changes truly accomplished the goals of nerfing defensive and camping playstyles, because we have things like untouched Ghost, untouched Lurker, the Liberator. Yes, it has less range. Yes, it's slightly more vulnerable now, but it's covering a bigger surface area. Like, what? Huh? Really? And Protoss, good God. No wonder Protoss were so upset. Battery overcharge being cut. I don't know. I got a whole lot of I don't know. I know what I do know, though. Mothership attack is cool. Okay. Maybe that's what I need to focus on. Don't think about all the balance and all the nitty-gritty details. Just enjoy the fact of seeing more motherships and more Thors. And suddenly my day will get a lot better. And I hope that you all decide to do the same. You can either get out there and prove me wrong, show me how great these changes are, show me Indigos look at how little I can properly defend my late game base now because my Planetary has one less armor and I accidentally salvaged all of my missile turrets. Like, oh good, okay, well now that we've established that, changes are perfect, fine. Aside from that though, go make some motherships, go make some Thors, send me some epic highlight clips of you abusing apparently 20 roaches with one mothership. As always, everyone, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. To the people that got really upset and hashed out a lot of details in Discord, thank you, of course. Looking into all of this, I love the feedback, I love the activity, and I thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you all have a great day.